Hello there. Hey, this is Rich, and you are watching my YouTube channel where I play awesome tabletop RPGs with very cool friends. And whereas during the character generation session, we had an equal part in the intercontinental group of awesome. We had equal people on this side of the pond, which would be Americans and Europeans. Today, I'm completely outnumbered, and that's okay. So we have three players today, and then we're going to continue this for 3 sessions. So we're going to have some people kind of drop in and out. It's high school, so some people have sick days. It happens. We are playing a game known as Wandering Monster High School. Was a game that you can pick up in portable document format on RPG Now, or you can look at Bold Pueblo is the publishing. It's a small arm. Pretty cool little game where all of the player characters are different fantasy-oriented monsters. Imagine like Greyhawk or Forgotten Realms from D&D, except you're not playing the heroes, you're playing the monsters. And they're all going to a high school in this fantasy world. Yes, I know, a little bit on the high concept side, but that out of the way, we have some amazing students with us in our first session here. So if you could tell me your name and then the student that you are playing, and I will start alphabetically. So Jan, please tell us. I just told you your name. Everyone, this is Jan. Jan, who are you playing?
I'm playing Rodney. I am Rodney. I'm a beholder, and I may not have any arms, but that doesn't mean that I can't roll dice. Just have to pick them up with my mouth, or ask someone else to roll them for me. But that's okay. They usually don't like it when they have to pick up the dice that I just rolled, though.
Oh, that's so great. It's so gross, too. I love that you've got a problem with dice rolling. That's awesome. So next we have Yona. Yona, who are you playing?
I was totally doing my lower third. I am playing Adira, the ghost. She's going to be the gloomy kind of rebellious ghost, and she doesn't even know how she died. So I'm hoping that during the next 3 sessions she will find it out.
Yeah, it's gonna be. That's a shame that she died. Wow, interesting. All right, but if she didn't die, she was human, right? So she wouldn't even be allowed here. So it's probably good that you died. You know, you wouldn't even get to go to high school. You'd just be some kind of surf girl or something. How much do you know about your past, by the way? I think we already covered this, but just to remind everybody.
Not much. She remembers being like the rebellious kind of like everything. Life just sort of sucks. Teenager, life sucks. That's pretty much. She doesn't remember parents, the former life, anything. This is pretty much what she has.
Nice. Last but not least, we have Jules. Who are you playing, Jules?
Hi, I'm playing Gracie, and I'm a Medusa, and I just transferred into this school, and I'm really excited, and I hope I'm going to make lots of friends here, and I would also like to become the lead illustrator for the newspaper, and I'm really nervous, but I think it's going to be a good day.
Cool. Now, you just transferred in, Gracie. Where did you transfer in? Was it another school, or you just came to school, or how did that work?
Yeah, I think maybe my parents moved, and I transferred in from a different high school.
Nice. So there are other schools other than just WMHS. In fact, there is also an Adventurers Guild school, which is made up of all those nasty elves and dwarves and humans, but we probably only have to deal with them whenever the big Slamball game happens. Now, one quick note is that while the name of this event that you are looking at, and possibly the YouTube event if I don't change it, says the big Slamball game. However, the other 2 player characters from our character creation session were the cheerleader and the football jock, or the Slamball jock. So neither of them are here. We may push past. We may not get to the game. This may all be like set up for the game, and the Slamball game may very well happen in the next session. So those of you who are like waiting with bated breath, you should breathe now. You should totally breathe, because Slamball game maybe it'll happen. Maybe not. Maybe this is all like prelude. Like you know what Darth Vader is. This is all Anakin stuff. Wait, no, that's not good. And you think of good prequel stuff. Good prequel stuff. Okay. So I am super excited to open the game with a particular extracurricular activity that's near and dear to my heart for some reason. There is a guild known as the Papers and Paychecks Guild. This is a group of Wandering Monster High School students who participate in a role-playing game set in the far future where they play humans who are involved in office jobs. So we're going to pick up with that scene. We have one player character. I'm going to set the scene a little bit here. The group itself, they're happy to have anybody. Right now, it's a 4-player group, and so 3 of them are NPCs. We have Yipner, who's a kobold. We have Umwam, who is a gnoll, a female gnoll, and we have Urgak, who is an orc. And the 3 of them are playing with Rodney, our wonderful beholder. And the ref, or the games master, is a minotaur named Gregorius. And Grig is he's only here because his big brother graduated from here, so he was brought in as a legacy. Gregorius is a little hardcore about PnP. He's got like his horns, or he's tied knives onto the ends of his horns to make him look more scary when he's running his game. So as the scene begins, we're kind of looking over all of the group. So all 5 of them are well, Rodney can't really huddle. He's kind of floating near the oaken table that is set up here in one of the recreational areas. This is the place where PnP is allowed to play their little silly games. And in PnP right now, Gregorius is running. He's got a large hex map set out, and on the map there's an entire maze. He's really good with mazes. It's a Minotaur, I think. And it's all these mazes of these pre-formulated half-wall rooms that each of the workers here, that's where they are. That's their domicile, where they have to participate in all of their tasks. And the module that Gregorius is running is known as TPS Reports 2, Office of the Spider Queen. All right, so we pick up, and Gregorius is setting the scene. All right, Rodney, you're playing Steve.
Yeah.
Steve's one of the office work. You've got a computer that you are sitting at, and your challenge.
Right, yeah. No, my character is totally sitting, yeah.
Okay, good. Because you're playing a human, you have a butt.
Yes.
So you can sit. All right. Now, your challenge here is that you've got to finish the TPS report. However, Bob, and as soon as he says Bob, Urgak looks up and he's like, "Wait, that's my guy! That's my guy!" No, Yevner says, No, Urgak, pay attention. I am playing middle manager Bob. Okay, Urgak, you've just got to chill out, dude. You're the mailroom clerk.
Actually, Urgak, you're Joe. Remember?
Oh, I don't like the mailroom. Can I roll up a new character? Gregorius says, No. You rolled your stats 3d6 down the line. You only qualified for mailroom clerk. Now, Steve, that's you, Rodney.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so you've got an ad hoc project. That's ad hoc project that Bob has just handed off to you.
Yeah.
And Yevner says, Yeah, that's right, because I didn't want to do it. It's all on you. It rolls downhill, buddy.
Well, I'm gonna nail it anyway, because my stats are way high. So.
That's true. You do have good stats, Rodney. So I think what we need to do here is the TPS reports have to be finished. You've got to figure out how are you going to organize your day so that you can complete the report and still finish this project.
Well, I think what I'm going to start with is I'm going to make a schedule, and I have a +2 on making schedule. So I'll start with that, because then if I have to schedule, then I get a bonus on all my other activities that are coming from that schedule. So I'm going to start with the schedule.
All right. So I think you need to make a scholastics roll here.
Yeah.
All right. So let's give us a scholastics roll. Now I know you've got an A in that, so you're going to be rolling 4 dice. Those are all 6-siders. You're looking for an 8. Now, do you have any edges you could apply here?
Oh, this has suddenly become very meta.
It's always meta, all the time. So to step out and to kind of talk about the mechanics, I thought it would be cool if we introduced a die roll that is super meta, because you're going to be making a scholastics roll to kind of show your mastery of papers and paychecks here. And you can, if you wish, you can use your extracurricular edge, which is papers and paychecks, which is an edge of 5. So you'll be rolling 4d6. Just roll that straight up. You're looking to add the 2 highest dice to get an 8. So if you want to hop in the dice stream and roll those out for your schedule. I love the schedule, man.
Here they come. Oh, that's not good.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
But
fear
yeah,
not.
I have my papers and paycheck RPG guild edge.
Yes, you do. Okay, that is A-okay then. So with that edge, the edge is rated at a 5. So if you could quickly just mark the 4. Cool.
Yes, sure.
All right, so 5 plus 4 is an 8, and that's successful. In the cheat sheet that I loaded up, this is where we're going to kind of look at our degree of success. So the lowest of the 2 dice that you used is how you determine it, and you had 4 and a 5. So the 4 counts as your degree of success, and if you look at that, what does that say your quality of success is?
Come again?
Okay, if you're looking in the Google Docs spreadsheet, the class roster spreadsheet, there's a tab called cheat sheet.
Ah, okay, yeah. I hadn't noticed that yet.
Sorry, I loaded that up today. So.
I got a great success.
Excellent. Okay, so you create this schedule, Rodney, and it lays it out just perfectly how you can prioritize your day and even move your lunch and your breaks around to make sure that you have time perfectly allocated to complete. Now, which one do you complete first, your TPS reports or the ad hoc project?
I first finished the TPS report because that's more important, and then maybe I can work a bit overtime on the ad hoc if I run out of time. So that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you deliver the TPS reports to the Spider Queen. You've got it all typed up. You print out the reports. Are you going to hand deliver it, or you got Urgak, aka your mailroom clerk, who's kind of waiting in the wings? He would love to hand deliver it.
I have to give someone. I mean, I'm not going to solo this. I mean, yeah, I'm carrying the party here. I know that, but really, come on, Joe, carry your weights.
Oh, thank Grumsh, man. I wanted something to do. Okay, great. All right, I'm going to pick up the reports, and I'm going to hand deliver it to the Spider Queen. All right, and then Gregorius kind of sits back. He rolls a few dice behind this huge wooden screen. It's got these like filigreed marks and this look of like this desolate-looking single office tower. And there are all these people, like humans, that are looking out of it, forlorn and harried. They're in suits and ties. You hear the clack. He's got some ivory bone dice that he rolls. He looks down, he looks back up, and he says, "The reports were delivered, but the Spider Queen ate you, Joe." And Ergic throws his papers up, and he throws his character sheet up. "Why? I can't believe this! This is horrible! You guys suck! This game sucks!"
Greg, you forgot to give him his save.
Ooh, sweet! You want to sweet talk the GM into giving a save to Ergic. That is awesome. Okay, I think that right now you're trying to relate, right? You're trying to do a little bit of a hygiene role that you're not super good at.
No.
Not super good at your hygiene, but is there something you could bring in? I definitely could. You're doing papers and paychecks, so you can use that. Are there any other edges you think might make sense here?
Let's have a look-see.
Yeah, reference book. Brace for communication. Probably not going to help you a whole lot because it's an edge of 2. Advanced mathematics? No.
Yeah, I guess the reference book is not a PMP book, so. No, I don't think I have anything other. Yeah, no, death ray. That's totally no wait.
Yeah, my death ray advantage helps me to talk Gregorius into giving a bonus. Okay, all right. I'll go ahead and clear those dice and roll us 2d6.
Right. So dice roller clear.
You can roll a 3 or a 4 on one of those 2 dice. You can pull it off.
Come on. Oh, well, that's a 3.
Yes. Cool. So you've got a 5 and a 3 because you're using that edge. It does give you an 8, but your 3 is the degree. A good success. So Gregorius looks at you for a second, glaring.
Look, I pointed out to you in the rules book, but no hands. So, look it up. It's in there.
He goes and he starts consulting his little. It's like miniature in his hand. He's got the book. He's a big old minotaur, so he consults the book. He's like, "Make your save." So Greg rolls a save, and Urgek rolls his save. Sorry, not Greg, but Urgek rolls his save, and he barely makes it and scrapes out. So Greg says, "All right, you make it away from the Spider Queen after successfully delivering the TPS report."
Yeah.
You get there, it's like, whoa, what about my project? Come on, what about my project, man? I don't want to pay you any OT. I don't have it in my budget, so I need you to finish it now.
Yeah, no, I'm getting to that now. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll have to, well, I have the +2 from the planning, and that means that well, I mean, I need to roll high, and otherwise I will go into overtime. That's not good. But hey, let's see if I can do it.
All right, so before you roll, Umwam, who's the Knoll, she's playing Sandy, tech support. She kind of leans in and says, Hey Greg, can I roll to like mess with his computer and screw up the reports?"
Oh.
Why would you want to do that? I'm chaotic neutral, man. It'll be funny. He's like, oh. All right, fine. Roll to mess up with his computer. So she like pulls out some dice. She throws them down. Boom. He says, "Oh, that +2 bonus you just lost. You just lost half an hour of times. Sandy's got to come around and fix your computer unless you want to try to do it on hand." And then Umwam looks like, "Come on, I'll fix your computer. Just let me in. I'll fix your computer."
Yeah, no, I'll ask Sandy to fix my computer. So go ahead, Mom. Yeah.
Urgek said, but she broke your computer. This is stupid.
Well, but my character doesn't know that actually. So it makes sense for Steve to ask Sandy to fix it. Yeah.
No, you totally know she did that, man. This is stupid.
Look. My character doesn't have a very high perception score, so he totally wouldn't have noticed.
Urgek just throws his character sheet up in the air again. This game's stupid. I don't even know why we have inter-party conflict. This is horrible. And Sandy comes over. She role plays herself like strolling over. She's like, "Oh, you got some problems with your computer there, Steve?"
Oh well, hi Sandy. It's very nice of you to come over. It's I like your hair, and so yeah, no, my computer is not working properly. If you could have a look at it, that'd be good. Thank you.
Have you turned it off and back on again?
Oh, well, no, I haven't tried that yet. How do you do that?
Okay, hold on. Let me show you. By the way, that's not a cup holder. Okay, So here, let me help you out. And so she kind of
Oh, yeah.
leans over, rubs up against one of your eye stalks, and then she like starts fiddling around with your computer, your computer, as Greg calls it. And in a few minutes, she turns it back up, and the monitor winks to life, and this Herculean monochrome, and there's like this bright, glowing green letters, and it's ready to go. You can finish up if you want.
Thanks, Andy. Yeah. Good seeing
Hey.
you, Mom. Yeah. Good. Well done.
Of course, she gives you a thumbs up. I'm like, all right. And she heads back.
And then it's like bobbing up and down, like, yeah.
Sweet. All right. Finish up the ad hoc project here. All right. So what we need to do then? I want you. It seems repetitive, and I'm sorry, but really, you're doing work. So I think what I need is another roll from you. So we're going to do another scholastic roll to basically bang out the work. Now I'm going to do something called a levy. So levy is where I put in. I'm just going to call it a 3-point levy. So whatever your highest die is that you roll in these 4 dice, you will replace that with a 3. It's basically I'm limiting your chances for success. Now you still have your P&P edge. Edges are applied before levies. So we'll go ahead, and if you want to roll your 4d6, we'll figure out what your dice result are, and we'll talk through the edge and levy.
Okay, here goes.
Oh wow, that's awesome. So you have a 5, 6, and a 1 and a 2. So even without your edge, you've got a 5 and a 6. So if I were to swap out the 6 with a 3, that means you'd have a 5 and a 5, which are your 2 best. So what would your degree of success be on that with a 5?
With a 5, it's a awesome success.
That's right. And Greg's like, man, I can't believe it. You pulled it off. And Yipner's like, yeah, baby, no OT. And so the game session comes to a close as Greg's like the school bell rings. Oh, it's extracurricular, so it'd be after it. So yeah, he says, all right, guys, that's all I've got read through on this part of the module. But good work, everybody. You guys can work out your post game stats and your XP here. I've got a chart. You can start handing out charts.
Yeah, no, I've already made a chart myself, actually, Greg. And I've got this covered. I don't need the chart. So thank you, but.
Nice. Okay. All right. So how does it go? Like after the game session, how long have you been gaming with this group? Is kind of the first thing I want to know.
Well, we've been playing this which I've only played with some of them for longer, but this is the first game that Greg is actually running for us.
Ooh, who's the normal GM?
Huh?
Who's the normal GM?
Well, Yipnir used to run a campaign, and Uman was also playing that one, but Urgag is new to the group, and we also lost a player.
What do you mean by lost a player?
Well, he moved to a different school, so actually he just moved to a different country, so he's now no longer playing with us anymore, because we don't have like one of those. We can't do the crystal ball games because that's too expensive.
That's awesome.
The spell component cost is through the roof, so. But yeah, we all kind of miss well, his name was Blook. He was a slime.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
He's a slime, I guess, but.
That's so great. Blook may very well show up again. I think it's Blook with a Q, just because.
Yeah, of course.
He's pretty creative that way. Cool. I just got a note that Mick may be able to join us, so I'm going to see if we can bring him online. Okay, so thanks. That was a good scene. I want to jump over to. I think that it would be cool if we have a scene where both uh, both of our other two wonderful characters, Adira and Gracie, are in the scene together. And why not, since both of you, so there are 2 points of connection where both of you are involved. That would be the Lair Economics class that you both have together. And the other one is the student newspaper. So I thought it would be neat if we picked up with the student newspaper since we're in that extracurricular activity time frame.
Okay.
Cool. So I'm going to ask you guys a few questions as we kind of build the random encounter because we've got a number of player characters. So I think you guys are most of the staff for the newspaper, if that's okay.
Yes.
So we've got Adira and Puff and Grace are all part of the school newspaper. July? Yeah, July, who's the cheerleader, she hates you guys, so she's not part of it. The student newspaper is known as the Random Encounter, and the editor is a harpy by the name of Rita Rosa. And so Adira, first of all, what do you do for the paper, and how long?
Mostly I'm just hanging around there.
Oh,
Not
cool.
doing that much, just sort of gloaming around. Trying to see if I can find anything very bad happening somewhere. Kind of just enjoying the scene.
Oh, nice. So you mostly do stories about bad things going on, like investigative reporter?
Yeah, something like that.
Are you
And trying to do happy art, but because happy is like awful, so trying to turn it all black. It's horrible.
Nice.
Happy, ew.
And Gracie, you're an illustrator, so you probably work on lots of different projects for the paper, right?
Well, I only just got started, and I haven't actually gotten. Well, I mentioned to Adira Rosa a few times that I could do the illustrations, but she only makes me do bylines and little copy things.
Cool.
Which
all
is
right.
really cool. I'm not complaining because it's fun. It's really fun. I love
Nice.
the newspaper.
No complaints
No.
from little Gracie. Awesome. So Rita Rosa, I imagine that the newspaper group probably meets in a particular area during extracurricular. It's going to be somewhere on the school grounds. I did, within our class roster, drop in the map, which I think is brilliant. I love the map that was that's part of the books in page 104, I think. So we've got it. It could possibly be in the vocational arts building. I'm gonna screen share real quick, just so we're all looking at it together. All right, so we've got.
Especially if we have our own little printing press thingy.
Yeah, it'd be cool if it were in the vocational arts building, possibly, which is over here. Closest things to that are the dormitories, so it's really close to where you guys sleep, and right by the stables for someone who formerly wanted to learn about riding, but then has changed that, I think. So we don't have to worry about that.
I still have to go to the riding classes, I think.
Yeah, you still gotta go.
I might be skipping them.
Oh man! And by the way, I just want to point this out to Yona. There is actually a cemetery on the school ground, which I think is
Really?
hilarious, right here by the lake. Or actually, I don't think that's a lake. That's the special needs housing, which Rich misspelled as Housen.
Housen.
Housen. Yeah, so it's right near the practice dungeon. It's interesting how the practice dungeon is right near the graveyard. I wonder if that says something, really.
Oh, that's my favorite place. I am definitely going to be hanging around that area a lot.
But section 3, this quad area here, if you guys are looking at the quad area, there is where all the classrooms are. Here is the stadium, which has a track that runs around it. And then this right here is the gymnasium in the upper right-hand corner. This is actually a walled section in a valley, so you've got a lot of stuff going on there. And yeah, this is your gatehouse where you can go out. And the inn at the village is not on the picture, but that's where the in crowd hangs out. So there's a quick look at the wonderful little map for Brain Monster High School. Hey, Mick, thank you for joining us. How are you?
I'm sorry.
It's okay, man. We were just talking before we started. We were like, he's not used to thinking like Sundays are game day, and
It's true.
so
I have to get into the habit of it. So
quite all right. So what we've had so far, Mick is playing Puff, who's a magic dragon. Puff,
Just a dragon, right?
just a dragon. Well, he's got magic, right? So he's a magic
Everyone
dragon. He lives. Well, he doesn't live by the sea though, so you broke it there.
what are you gonna do?
So we just had a scene where Rodney played some papers and paychecks. He was able to pull off generating the TPS reports as well as an ad hoc request from his middle manager. So he was pretty successful in his little group with his P&P guild. Now we were talking about the newspaper. We were just taking a moment to look at where it's located. It's going to be in the Vocational Arts Building, which let me share with you real quick, Mick, in case you don't have it up, the character sheets. There you go. That's shared in the chat window.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. There you are. I see you just joined us. Okay, so we were picking up and talking just real quickly about the newspaper, which is known as the Random Encounter. The editor of the paper, and this is her second year running, is Rita Rosa, who is a harpy, so she'd be good at newspapering. And we've got we've decided that Adira is involved in not a whole lot, but she does like to write gloomy stories. Hey, by the way, Adira, do you do any Gothic poetry stuff? That ever
Yeah, I'm
published?
trying still, since I'm in the Undead Poetry Society, whatever it was called. Yeah, so I'm trying.
It's so awesome. The Poetry Society is the best. Cool. So maybe your stuff is published whenever they need to fill out. Not that Rita Rosa necessarily directly says that, but hey, we need X amount of space on page 4. Can you whip us out a poem, Adira, and make it extra gloomy? Gracie's the newest member of the paper. She's excited to try to do some illustrating. She's mostly done byline stuff and real small pieces. Hasn't done anything noteworthy yet. So Puff, what is Puff's interface with the school name? Like, what does he do? How does he participate?
At this point, as little as possible.
Nice.
I'm required to be here as part of a disciplinary action taken by my guidance counselor.
You have newspaper community service?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, God.
You just don't participate a whole lot. Awesome.
Well, actually, no, because secretly, I wouldn't admit this to anybody, even if they threatened me, but secretly, I'm very happy about it because it might get me a way in with Adira. So.
Nice. So, Adira's a freshman. How long did this little romance between Adira and Puff actually last, right? It wasn't super long, was it? Or did you guys know each other before? How did that work?
No, not until she was a freshman. But so are we starting the school year? Is that the idea?
I think we're
It's already started, right?
Yes, it's already started. We've had some classes. Let's say we're a few weeks into the school year. The Slamball season is starting to pick up. This will be the opening game of the season. So let's say you may be a month into this semester, and then she would have been here a previous semester. The only person who's really brand new is Gracie, who just transferred in.
Okay, so we've had a full semester for me to have my complete turnaround. Okay, so yes, actually, that's interesting. And I know that this is feasible because it actually happened to me. You would be surprised how much autobiography I put into this character.
Yay!
So anyway, yeah, early on in the first semester of her freshman year, we would have started dating. And that's back when I would have been a pretty popular, well-known, smart guy. And then she, whatever happened, I'm not exactly sure what it was. It's that it all went to hell. and I went into a big giant funk, and then I started smoking marijuana or whatever it is that dragons smoke that gets them wacky, and all of my extracurricular activities tanked, and all of my curricular activities tanked, and then the guidance counselor said, well, we got to get you straightened out, boy. And so there's that. Is that enough?
Cool. Yeah, that's good. Hey, Adira, did you break up with him over the break, maybe over the summer? Is that when you realized he just wasn't gloomy enough?
Yeah, because sun was shining. It was really nice. We were walking together, doing all the cool stuff, and suddenly it hit me like, oh, this is horrible. He's making me all happy and smiley, and ew, I don't want to be this girl. I need to do something. So I kind of just quickly told him that I can't do this, and just ran away. We haven't really been talking after that.
Oh man, that's so great.
I did not even explain to him what and why. I just ran away.
Poor guy. Oh, he doesn't even know why. So harsh. Love it. Awesome. Not at all.
My sense is that I wasn't bad enough for her.
Oh, so you're working on that.
That's why, I'm trying to be gloomy and horrid and not give a shit about school or anything, and still doesn't seem to impress her. But it's keeping me a little bit less sad, so I'm embracing it by diving into it.
That's great. That's great. Cool. Okay, so let's pick up with the meeting. I think Rita Rosa, I don't think she necessarily just doles out assignments. Probably people are working. You show up to work on your thing. So, what is the thing that you're at least pretending to work on right now, Adira? Is it an article? Are you working on a poem?
I think it's an article, maybe. Some of the students actually hurt themselves pretty badly when they were doing some sports stuff, and I am all over that thing.
Oh, well, if it were Slamball practice, you've got someone you could talk to right here.
I take it back. I was like, no, I don't want to do this. I need to talk to him. Okay. Yeah, I will go talk to him. I will
Awesome.
just approach him.
Cool.
Puff?
So Puff, you're here, and Dear's just walked up to talk to you. It's the first time you guys have actually talked in a while. Here you go.
Hi.
Hi. I need to do an article about that thing that happened to one of the students. I painted this stuff. I was thinking about.
Wow, that is.
I tried to make it very happy, but this is happy, right?
It's horrid happy. It's
like that.
Terribly, terribly awesome.
Yes, terribly. I like that.
Right there. That's museum-worthy stuff right there. That is. Oh, yes. Can I have that?
Well,
will you give that to
okay. Okay, there you go.
Okay, cool. Nice.
So, the article.
You wanted to talk about Slamball practice?
Yes, somebody got hurt.
I know, Zonky broke his arms. All three of them.
Both. All three?
Three arms.
Cool. That is awesome.
Yeah, it was my fault, too.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I slammed the damn Slamball right into his chest and dislocated all three of his arms.
Nice. I hope somebody got a picture of that.
Oh, yeah, man, I don't know. Well, we'll have to find out.
Yeah, well, wait, I'm going to quickly just write down a little bit something that happened. So you just slammed the ball there? Oh, that's
I slammed the Slamball into his chest. I was trying to be real mean and because, yeah.
Gracie, while he's talking, the two of them are talking. You were, do you doodle? Were you actually working on an art piece at this time? What were you working on in that?
Oh, I was supposed to I interviewed the new librarian at the library, and I was supposed to be working that interview, but I'm actually doodling. I'm doodling Puff because he's so cool.
Nice. Well, you just heard him just talk about like breaking somebody's three of their arms, and then you overheard Adira say, "Boy, I wish somebody had a picture of that."
Well, I wasn't there. I don't have a picture of it. Damn. I'll try to make a picture of it with lots of arms. Maybe I'll add some extra arms to make it better.
You could randomly make pictures. I love that. You're not gonna ask for details. Just gonna start drawing it.
Is there another Trinan Gnostic here in the school? Because, like, he could be a model, and I could take a Slamball and slam it into his chest, and you could take pictures of that, and it could be like artist reenactment, man.
That would work. Yes, that would be good. But kind of, well, yes.
Well, I mean, I won't hurt the second dude.
Okay.
We'll
You'll just make it
It'll be
look
like
like you're
reenactment.
breaking all 3 of his arms.
Yeah, he can just go, oof.
I want to know all about how much it actually hurt him. It has to be painful, right?
Well, I would hope so.
Yes.
Do you think we should interview him now then and ask how much it hurt?
Yes.
You should
Yes, we should.
do that. Although I probably shouldn't be there because he might get a little upset.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's like you changed.
What are you
Okay,
talking
Crazy, let's
about?
go. We need to do this thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
Stop smiling all the time.
Adira,
Life is not happy.
Adira.
Yes.
Thanks for the great art. It's good. I just, it's terribly, terribly gloomy awesome.
Thank you. I'm happy to give it to you. I will talk to you later.
Okay.
Come on,
Okay.
Crazy.
Yes, sir.
Adira and Gracie head out to try to find who are you looking for with 3 arms to reenact this, or are you going to actually interview
I thought we were going to interview the actual victim.
the actual victim? Great. Sweet. All right,
So he's
so
probably in the hospital.
yeah, I think so. Do we have an infirmary? That's an interesting question. I didn't actually
I hope
see it
it's
on
near
map.
the cemetery.
Yeah, that's our
I don't think
infirmary.
we have an infirmary.
Let's see. Let's take a look here.
How hurt are people allowed to get with the spell that doesn't allow people to get hurt?
That's true. That's true. So you probably just like you're sick for a day or so, maybe kind of thing.
So you might just be in a dormitory. Having
Yeah,
stayed in.
convalescing in the dormitory. Did you name that character? Nick?
No, I
That's
made
okay.
I made up a species. I didn't.
What was
get
the name of
one.
the species?
Oh, what did I say? A Trichotorum minicus or something like that.
Wow. That is a crazy name. Alright, so now my story games names project will give us a name for this person. Oh, I'm going to the prison nicknames area.
Prison nicknames.
Yeah. Well, one of the male names is Sister. That's interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going with that, though. Man.
I had a male character named Sister one time.
Was it Apocalypse World?
No, but it was in the post-apocalyptic version of Deadlands.
Yeah.
I forget what that was called.
Oh. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it. It was where all the trade dress was green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that one. I just can't remember the name. Sketch.
The guy's name is Sketch.
His name is Sketch. It's probably short for something longer. Alright, sweet. So the 2 of you will go to visit Sketch. You're trying to get a juicy interview about how Puff brutalized him. It's great.
Isn't
Awesome.
Puff just the coolest?
Sweet. So let's see. Sketch
Yes.
is laying out on his. Oh, yeah. No, pick this up. Right? I assume you guys are in the hallway during that conversation. Like, is Gracie saying
guess
that
so,
as
yeah.
you guys are walking? Cool. Just trying to make sure I had an idea of the place. So you're walking down the long marble hallways of good old WMHS, and heading towards the dormitories from the vocational. So you already headed across the grass, and you're in 3B, we'll say, in the classroom. No, it's classroom building. Crap. Where's the dormitories? Rich needs to make sure he orients. Oh yeah, so it's a real short distance to get into the dormitories, and yeah. So then Gracie just says, "Isn't Puff the greatest?" to Adira, the person who broke up with him. That's great. How's that go?
Yes, what's it to you?
Right? I mean, he's like a dragon, and he's so tough and cool, and he's a really good football player.
He is. I know. Why are you smiling like that all the time? There's something fundamentally wrong with you.
What?
You're smiling like that all the time. You're smiling.
I'm happy because we're working on the
Why?
school newspaper, right?
Life is pain. It's not happy. Oh, let's just go. You're driving me crazy.
Okay, I'm sorry. I will try not to drive you crazy.
Thank you.
Well, you're also very cool, though. You're like as cool as Puff.
Okay. I thank you. Let's go. You can do the picture. I can interview him with, of all that pain.
And I really like your clothes. You know, black suits you very well.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Nice. So Gracie basically buttered you up, but she's not happy about it. So Adira lets that go. Let's see how to reach Adira's cold, undead heart. Excellent. So you come into the dormitory that is cordoned off. He's not a special needs. The Trichatoran Manuric is the characters. They're humanoid sized, great deal smaller than a dragon. He stands about 7 feet tall, with his 3 arms. So you'll find him. He's got his arms that are up in different points of traction. He's laying on just a regular cot when you come in, and let's say that there's another student who's there. Let's see what would be an interesting student to stick there within our cast of characters. Let's see, species. We'll look here. Let's say there's another kobold, but not Yipner. So there's another kobold who's currently studying on some of the Lair Economics. So somebody that's in your class, by the way. So he looks up, and his name is Ingle. Kobold. And then you have...
Are his arms still in a cast or anything?
Sketch's arms are in a cast. Yeah, they're still in a cast.
Okay. I mean, that's bad, but still, it's better for pictures.
Better for pictures. Cool. So Ingle's sitting on top of a couple books, leaning over a much larger sized desk than he should be at, studying some books. When you knock on the door, he scrambles down off of his area, opens up the door, and it's like, "What do you want? 2 of you? Why are you here?"
We're doing an article for the newspaper.
About me?
No, about Sketch.
You just
'Cause he
got
got
picked up
hurt.
by a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh. Come on in.
thank you.
Shuts the door behind you and then scampers over and climbs up the chair and the books and gets back to work. So Sketch is all laid out on his cot and he looks up. Oh man. What do you want?
Well, we want to do an article about what happened to you. She's gonna draw you a picture.
If that's okay,
You're gonna draw me a picture?
I'm gonna make a picture of you for the newspaper.
Oh. I don't know. There was like 5 of them.
5 of
Okay.
them? Okay. So what happened exactly?
Is this going in the paper?
Yes.
What have you heard?
Nothing. We just heard that something happened and that's why we're here.
Well, we heard that Puff beat him up, though.
You get that look like, I'm gonna kill you.
Nice. He says, "Oh man, Puff didn't beat me up. He cheated. It was in Slamball practice. He cheated. He totally cheated.
He
He
did?
snuck up on me and hit me from behind. He's a cheater."
He's a cheater? You think
Yeah.
Buff would cheat?
"I don't think I know. We were doing drills and he came up and shoved me down and then stomped on me. He's big, you know.
He's
Real
pretty
big dragon.
Yes.
He stomped on all my arms. If it'd been in the real world, I'd be dead."
Whoa.
Nothing wrong with being dead.
I don't come back. Not like you stupid humans.
Well, but
Hey,
your arms were gonna
watch
heal
it.
really soon.
What?
Nothing.
Well, your arms are gonna heal really soon, right? And then you'll be ready for the big game.
I hope so. They need a quarterback. I've been thinking I would be the quarterback.
So, is Buff gonna be in that game too?
Well, he shouldn't be because he's a cheater. I told Coach. You guys should write this article about Puff cheating.
What did Coach say?
He coughs. He reaches his hand up, and the cast actually bends a little bit. Coughs. He sends it back out again.
So, did it hurt?
Oh, it hurt really bad. Like I said, if they hadn't had the magics here from all the people who run this place, I'd be dead.
So it really hurt. Okay.
A whole lot. He snuck up behind me. Make sure you write that part.
Okay. Snuck up behind. And it hurt. That's good, right? I mean,
Oh, yeah, it hurt, but I mean, I'll push it through. I'll be okay eventually. I should have been dead. Not
Isn't
the
your-
good dead.
Isn't your cast supposed to make your arm like immobile?
Yeah, the broken parts. This one they had to cut from my elbow because just this one. The rest stuff's all, these two, they're totally straight. He holds one out straight.
Because they sort of look like bandages now.
No, they're casts made of. Just write your article.
yeah.
Aren't you drawing? Just draw. God.
Adira, maybe you should check if he's really hurt.
Yeah, I might do that. I will just, approach him and poke him into the arms. Does it hurt?
Okay. Yeah, he like tries to move out of the way, and you poke him in the arm, and then there's this pause, and he says, "Ow!"
After a pause?
What are you doing? What in the seven hells are you doing?
I
You
just
people are
wanted
here
to
to
make sure
torture
it's
me.
real. Torture is good.
Oh, what did you touch him with? Did you like pick up something? Because don't you pass through most things, or am I misremembering
got
your
my
special
pen.
needs?
I've got my pen.
Oh, okay, cool. All
Poke him
right.
with-
Yeah, that's right. You have allergy to holiness, metabolically challenged and known troublemaker, but it doesn't say that you pass through everything. So good to know. All right. Okay, so it seems like you have a sketchy story on your hands. You could write a very salacious story that makes Puff seem like a really bad guy, but probably get lots of eyes to the random encounter. Or you could do something else, not write the article, do something else instead, but then what are you going to write?
I am going to write an article about how Buff was just slamming the ball there and this dude was just so totally weak he couldn't take it.
Oh!
That's what I'm going to write.
That's awesome. So do you tell Gracie, like, you've made that decision, and
Yeah.
what about Gracie? You're going to have her draw this guy laid out in his semi-casts?
Yeah. And I'm
Okay,
also
cool.
going to write there down that, when I was poking that he took a pause before he actually said ouch, so I don't even believe that he's in that much pain.
Awesome.
Which is sad.
All right, so I want to see what your artwork looks like. I want to drop to a roll, but I'm trying to figure out how best to fit that in. So you're doing this for the student newspaper. That makes sense.
Yes.
But I'm trying to think of what of the grades makes the most sense.
Yeah, there's not a lot of art grades.
Feels like vocational to me,
Yes, that makes sense.
which you suck at.
Which I suck at. Which is fine.
Okay, so you're going to be rolling 2 6-sided dice to see how well this art comes out. And then you
can I use an edge for a student newspaper?
Absolutely, you can. Is there anything else that you could use? Maybe your very handy pencil case?
Oh, right, my very handy pencil case.
Cool.
So my edges just let me swap out dice results, right?
They do. Yeah, so you've got an edge of 4 and an edge of 5. You're going to succeed at this, but if you roll the dice, roll maybe a 6 or something, it can make it even more awesome.
Okay. I have a 4 and a 3, so I can swap those out for a 4 and a 5.
Right. So the lowest of those two would be your degree of success, and if you look under the cheat sheet tab on our little spreadsheet that shows that, what is your degree of success with a 4?
That would be great.
Excellent. So you tell me, what is it that you ended up drawing, Gracie?
I've drawn a sketch with all his arms in casts, and I've drawn like a very cool looking puff in the background.
Nice.
I want to throw him anyway. He might be flying. He could be flying.
Is he flying? I think he's flying.
Yeah, because that's cool.
It's the coolest. It's the coolest way to represent Puff. So we're gonna skip back to the newspaper, the room where the school newspaper is being put out. And after this, Adira and Gracie take off to do their article, which you sent them on the lead. The gossip columnist, who happens to be a succubus, by the name of Liana. So Puff, Liana, she kind of sidles up to you. Let me see if I can. I've got a picture for Liana that I'll share with you real quick, because I stole it from the World of Warcraft and it looks so awesome that I want to share it. All the pictures here we'll share real quick with Liana. There's Liana. Check her out. I think that's an awesome, cool pic. She's got tattered wings. Who even messes with the succubus's wings? Somebody. I don't know. That person's horrible.
She probably does it to herself.
Oh, just to look meaner. That's totally what happens with Liana. So Liana sidles up after they leave. She's like, "Hey, Puff.
Hey.
How you holding up?"
I'm fine. How come? What's up?
Oh, I just couldn't help but notice that you were talking to Adira again. How's that going?
It was nice. I got a picture off of her. She drew this. This is badass,
great.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. So,
Yeah.
so things are starting to heat up again between the two of you, you think?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a little bit of a, like a winter-summer romance. You here, big dragon on campus, fresh new little ghosts just sculpting off the cemetery. It's a really good story. You think you got to change? Are you going to take her to the big dance?
I don't know. I was wondering, are you asking me because you want to go to the big dance with me?
Oh, snap! I think that is a hygiene roll to see if you've just turned things around on Liana. Oh my goodness, that's great. Let's see how this goes.
Okay, let's see.
Cool. So, yeah, hygiene's how you relate to other characters. Citizenship's how you relate, or other students, and citizenship is how you relate
4
to
dice in that.
the administrative staff. You are charming, dude. You are probably going to pull this off. This is going to be awesome. I cannot wait to see how these dice go.
Open dice stream and roll 1, 2, 3, 4. Jeez. Okay, so I got a 4.
You got a 4. Okay. Now, do you want to look through your edges, see if any other edges fit? I kind of suggested charming because that is exactly what you're trying to be, right? Charming.
Yeah. Yeah. So I can swap that out.
Yep.
Okay.
Anything else feel like it works?
That's the one I would be logically using. Yeah.
Nice.
So.
Okay. So then let's take a look. You've got 2, 1, 4, and 3. You can swap out the 3 with your 5, which is charming.
Okay.
So you have a 5 and a 4, which is, I mean, unless I can't think of any other higher result you could swap out the 1. I mean,
that's
really.
good. 5 and 4 is good. Yeah.
So when we look at the cheat sheet, your degree of success, what is that?
Cheat
No,
sheet.
you take the lowest of those 2 dice, which are 5 and 4, so it'd be the 4, and you look over in the cheat sheet tab on our little spreadsheet. Great is your success. Awesome. So Leon says, well, I didn't think you were interested in such things anymore, Puff. I thought, well, are you? Are you asking me?
Oh, am I asking you? No, I'm not. I'm just wondering if you were trying to get me to ask you, and that's why you're asking all of these like really invasive questions, like you're some kind of gossip columnist or something. Like I was gonna like fall into that kind of, ooh, Liana's here asking me questions kind of a thing. And, ripped up demon wings just kind of don't do it for me, Elle.
Okay. Well, I am actually the gossip columnist, and my readers want to know about who you're interested in, Puff. So I'm
Puff
sorry.
is interested in Puff. That's who Puff is interested in. Anything else right now? I don't know. I might be inclined to like stuff a Slamball down into people's chests a little bit more aggressively than I probably should. You can print that.
Okay. Well, uncomfortable. Thank you for that, Puff, and I will go work on some other work. And she starts looking around and then heads over towards another.
Have a nice day, Al.
Cool. All right. Wow. Poor Liana just got slamballed by the slamball star. Cool. All right. So let's see. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do within the extracurricular activities?
No, I'm good. I only play PMP.
Well, I'm also in the Monster Yearbook Club, which
You are.
is at war with the student newspaper, which I probably didn't know about before I joined, but I think that we'll have to do that next time when July is there as well.
Yes, that's going to be the best. And you're so, like, they're totally going to use, like, Gracie, you need to get us details on the random encounter. This is going to be so good. I can't wait.
I also added a new objective, which is to become a minion, so I'm good.
Ooh, you want to become a minion as part of your relationships? How nice.
Yeah, maybe that shouldn't be part of my relationships. That sounds creepy.
Cool.
I'll put it with achievements.
I want to achieve minion status.
Minion status.
Oh wait, you're having 2. You're gonna have 2. So you guys.
Can I have 2?
I know, but just leave it in relationships. It's great. I love it.
Okay.
That is hilarious, and it's relationship oriented, right? I need to find a boss.
Yes, exactly.
So it works. I just thought it was cute. That's all.
I'm taking. There was a minion class that I'm also taking, so it makes sense.
Sweet. Okay. Well, we've been going for it's an hour-ish, but I'd like to take a quick 5-minute break.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So let's do that. We'll pick back up with the next school day, and we'll start with some Lair Economics, I think.
All right.
There you go.
Lair Econ 1. Cool. We'll see you guys in 5. Hello.
Hello.
Well, you probably should have
Hey.
muted before you put your headset on.
Thank you, Rodney.
Actually, you probably should have. Yes.
That's great. Oh man, cool. All right, so early on, any feedback right now? Just kind of we're at a slight midpoint, so I thought I wanted to
Okay.
check in.
One bit. I am still not sure about the system, and I think you got some updates by the designer about the levies.
Let's talk about that. So the special needs. We talked during character creation last time that we're a little confused at how the special needs were listed out as levies. Special needs is on. Oh man, I'm totally not going to find it now.
I'll help.
Thank you. I'm also looking special needs. Here's the thing: it's got a really in the PDF. It's really well organized. You just got to know where. There it is. Gifts, talents, and special needs. Excellent. That is on page 16. Okay, so you. Oh, that's the initial part. That doesn't actually talk about how much the special needs counts against you. Course count.
No. There's
Gifts
something on
listed,
26, but
extracurricular.
26 is the edge and inverse levy.
58 is where you talk about the special needs description. Reasonable accommodation starts on page 57. Okay, so all special needs give your student a levy under certain circumstances. And then it lists out the different types of levies. So it's a little confusing because the levies are listed as like 1, 2, and 3, if I remember correctly. And so that would say that anytime you put in that levy, it's going to knock out any possible chance you have for success. So yeah, a levy of 4, 5, or 6 is what you want to have as a special need. So what we have as our special needs are 5, and then 4 and 4. What that means is when it is taken into account, it's just going to limit your overall success factor to where you can't be super awesome in a thing where you have a special need. So allergy of holiness at a level of 5 means that you're never going to have perfection as a success, because if you roll a 6, that 5 is going to replace it. So that means it's mostly for color, and that's the way that the designer does when she clarified on that. And she said, hey, this is the first game. This came out a number of years ago. I've learned a lot since then. If I were to create levies and want to use the special needs levies, I would have it at 5, 4, and 4. Or you could have it just as color. I like some mechanics there. So our special needs are much less harmful now, in that it's only going to limit your overall success rate. You'll probably still be successful, just not on a 5 you won't be able to hit perfection. On a 4 you won't be able to hit awesome. And that sucks, right? Who doesn't want to be awesome? Does that make sense? Anyone have any follow-up questions on that? I want to make sure I'm explaining it correctly.
Yes. Well, another follow-up question is, if you look at the cheat sheet, you have the degrees of success and the degrees of failure.
Mm-hmm.
They both go from 1 to 6, where 1 is a marginal success and a perfection success, or a mild failure or a catastrophic failure, and it's the same scale. Like, what?
So the way that works is when you fail at something, you look at the highest die of what you use to get to that total. It's the idea of it's supposed to be, if you got really, really close, you just whiffed it by 1 die. And
you got a 6, then you're
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's just kind of a whimsical way to show.
That's confusing though, because then like you got so close to nailing it, and then because you had a 6, it's suddenly a catastrophic failure. It's
Yeah, it is weird.
counterintuitive.
Basically, if you roll a 6 and 3 1s, it's a catastrophic failure. You got a 7, you didn't get an 8, and your highest die is a 6, and that's
Yeah.
why you have it.
Right.
I think it's because it's almost never going to happen to where your 6 is your highest on a failure.
Then I have a slightly better idea of how that works.
It's supposed to be a way of the lesser chances you have of failing are the worst possible outcomes. It is weird in that you're rolling high dice, and high dice are having you have worse failures, but it's because it's such a lower chance of you actually failing at a thing. Any closer?
I get it.
Cool. All right. So good. Any other feedbacks? We talked about the special needs piece. We went over a couple scenes, did some die rolling, did edges, did levies. Any questions about the system that we have outstanding?
Mhm.
Any things you'd like for me to focus on more as we step into the next day?
Hmm.
I trust you, buddy.
I appreciate the trust, but if there are things
Take us
that
to
you're really...
school, man. Take us to school.
Yeah, go to class.
Okay. Grape juice. Not really grape juice. It's actually water with grape meal, but it tastes great. So,
It is grape. Ha.
yeah, that's the extent of my humor today. All right. So we pick up with the next day, and if you jump to the daily schedule, which is in student life, you can see that that's on page 67 of the PDF.
Mhm.
That breakfast begins promptly at 8 anti-meridian, or 8 a.m. And then we go forward to, we're going to pick up around 10 a.m. So it is the class after breakfast. So it's the second class, it's period 2 at 10 a.m., which will be the Lair Economics class. Which Lair Economics is taught by, if I remember correctly, it is Rufus Dark. Let me make sure. No, he does not. Hold on a second here. I'm looking. Haha, it is taught by Miss Keshika, the Dryad, who is also the hygiene instructor. She teaches Lair Econ, as well as social hygiene, elven language, charms, health, and wellness. So she is beloved. She's a winsome tree spirit who lives in the grove beside the swimming pool, teaches hygiene classes. She's quite popular with most of the students and is looked up to by cheerleaders. So that is the teacher for this class. And then we'll look up Lair Econ just so we're all on the same page. Lair Econ, no prerequisites, and the edge you get from it is managing your dorm room. It's not easy as it looks to keep a decent lair functioning. This class prepares you for living on your own, managing a budget, finding food, repelling adventurers, and salespeople. Cool. Oh, are there school uniforms?
Well, it'd be kind of hard to fit everyone in the uniform, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't fit in any uniform, I think.
Maybe there's like a school color?
There's the school color. What's the school color? Yona, what do you think the school color is?
Probably something horrible like yellow. I am trying to hide it in any way I can.
That's awesome. So Adira has to wear yellow at some point. A ghost. How do you pull that off? That's it's like a hat. Do you have a yellow hat that kind of flows?
I think
up
it's
your ghostly
more like
hair?
a scarf or something, and I'm just sort of like tucking it in so that you can just a tiny little bit. You can see if teachers are asking for it. It's like I do have it. I hate it.
Sweet. That is great. Oh,
I love yellow. Yellow is great.
Of course you do.
Good. So as we pick up into the Lair Economics class, who, Puff, have you been attending this class regularly
Yes.
because Adira's in it?
Well, sure.
Oh, there are other reasons? Is there another reason why you attend this one regularly?
Well, the teacher. And, you know, even I am not so wasted that I don't understand that I'm going to need to know this stuff when I'm, going on in life. Lair
Nice.
Economics is probably fairly important to a dragon. It's in the bones.
Yeah. This is definitely like some easy stuff for a dragon, too, I would think. It's like remedial for you. What about you, Gracie? What in this class? What is the most recent thing that you were successful at? Like, what class project were you most proud of?
Lair decoration.
Lair decoration. Awesome. What is it that you suggested?
I suggested lots of candles because it gives everything a nice atmosphere and it hides the bloodstains.
Hides the bloodstains. That's adorable. and useful, right?
I know,
imagine
right?
that hiding bloodstains are good. Cool. I found a picture for our lovely teacher, Miss Keshika, and I'll quickly share that with everybody, and then we'll jump straight into scenes. So there's Miss Keshika.
Oh,
Pretty cool
wow.
looking feet, kind of elfy.
It looks pretty
Fire.
nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. That's awesome. Cool. All right. So we pick up as she is lecturing about repelling adventurers. Now, I understand that not everyone will have a solitary lair. So, Puff, this is probably most applicable to you, as well as Johannes back there in the back, if you could pay a little bit more attention. But if you have a solitary lair, it's great to have it decorated well. It's always useful to make sure you have all the right foods and stocks, but the right types of traps are definitely worth focusing on. And so what I want to do today is if we could just break into groups, and we're going to work on particular traps for use in an underground lair. I know not everyone here will end up in an underground lair, but the basics of that trap is going to be useful for you just to kind of get creative. So once you have that trap down, I need you to report back to me. So I'm going to go ahead and break up let's see, if these 4 students can break off, and then I'll go ahead and have you 4, and she points to the 4 of you. You can break off into your own group, and then she breaks off another 4, and 16 total students. So she breaks everybody up into quarters, 4 students, and you can go ahead and democratically elect who will be your team leader and present the trap. And if the 4 of you on each team can work together to create how you would defend an underground lair, you can design the lair in its general specifics, but try not to. It's mostly about the trap, and we'll work with you. If you run and you get a little stuck, please let me know. And so you guys can use half of this period to work on your trap, and just throw your hand up if you need some help. And it's just like a horrible groaning sound of people scooting desks together across the wooden floor within the classroom. And you don't have to worry about that, Rodney, because you just float over.
Float.
I'm scooting. It's very hard for me.
Cool. Hey, so I'm curious, Gracie, with your Medusa powers, there's something to suppress it, but is that something is turned off for you, or how does it work here?
Oh, it happens a lot, but well, sometimes it still happens when I get scared, so that's good because then people can't jump out of the closet and play tricks on me. But I'm also learning to use it at will.
Nice. So you can not necessarily petrify, but cause people to freeze up. That's what the magic does, right? Is that something where they look on you, or is it something you do to them?
Well, they have to look at me, otherwise it doesn't work. But then I have to do a thing in my head.
Nice. Okay, good to know. And then your snakes, do they have like are they just like hair that hiss, or how do your snakes really?
Oh, well, there's they're nice. They're like my friends. So they also, some of them sometimes pay attention in class and help me with my notes later. There's there's the mean one, the smart one, and the funny one.
Okay, cool. Love
But
it.
it's hard to tell which one is which.
Can you tell, Gracie?
Sometimes. Sometimes the notes end up really weird.
Sweet. All right, thank you.
But they're very helpful. They always help me.
All right, so you guys see that Johannes is already voicing that he should be the leader of his team. Other groups are kind of breaking off, talking. The little quickling, he's already drawing notes. And so the four of you have to come up with your trap. So how does this go?
I'll draw the trap.
Well, that's nice, but we need to first select who's going to be the leader of this this endeavor.
I nominate Rodney.
I'd second that.
I will third that then. Yes.
I will fourth it.
So moved.
So we're all agreed. But I would like to point out that if I have to demonstrate the trap, we can't make anything ground-based. It can't be a tripwire. It can't be. Just so we're clear on that.
Do we have to actually make the trap and walk into it? I thought we just had to present it, as in the idea.
Oh, yes. But we also look, if it's okay if we come up with a trap that needs like someone to walk over it to demonstrate, then we'll get one of you to walk through it. That seems fine. Yes.
Okay.
I vote for Crazy.
What? You already seconded, right? Yes.
If we need somebody to walk to the trap, I'm voting for you.
Oh.
I think you would like it.
I've never done that before.
All right.
Exactly.
I have to agree that Adira would probably not be a very good choice there because any trap will probably pass through her. And Puff is just ginormous, so.
He is ginormous.
Grace.
Okay.
Gracie, you're a good size. So but you know, it would just be this. You don't need to worry. We're not going to get.
Yes, sir.
So I think we need to like we can't just have like a giant boulder falling. That's just beneath us, right?
Boulder falling.
No, I said that's beneath us.
Okay. Well, but if it would fall from above us, right? Not beneath us.
So,
Pretend that was fire.
Would you like to add something to the discussion, Puff?
Well, yeah.
You want a fire trap, perhaps?
Fire.
That that's not predictable.
Predictable? Dude, don't let this leadership thing go to your head.
Look, if I could facepalm for that lame joke, I would do it.
I gotta feel tempted to say, I can help you.
Okay, so no falling boulder and no tripwire.
I think it should be a magical trap. Yes.
Magic's cool. What does it do?
It shouldn't be magic.
We could
Why
just
not
use blades.
I didn't say not magic. I said I didn't ever say it shouldn't be magic.
Ah. You're suggesting magical fire then?
Fire is always good with anything, right?
Well, there's a few issues that can occur with fire. Of course,
it's
it could
That's
also
why.
there's the chance that it sets your lair on fire, so there's that.
Yeah.
You don't want
And
that.
what's wrong with that?
I ain't gonna set my lair on fire.
Well, okay, not all of us are fire retardants, so
What
keep
did you
that
just
in
call me?
mind. I said fire retardant, as in you don't. It's hard to set you on fire, but it's not the same for. Well, I guess it's also hard to put Adira on fire, except
You're not gonna put me on fire, are you? I don't want to be on fire.
See,
Why not? You would look awesome.
this is my point. I'm trying to make the point that not everyone has a lair, would want a lair where fire can roam free.
That's a good point. I like the point.
Well, for what it's worth, dude, I was talking about a directed, controlled.
So what you're saying is you want dragon breath.
Yeah,
That's-
we have a
that's-
dragon.
You're the brain
Sorry.
here. You go. You tell us. Tell us what magic thing is going to cover all of our possible bases, dude.
Well, a chromatic sphere tends to cover a lot of bases. You all know about the chromatic sphere, right? It has
But
many
with all the-
different status effects.
It's with all the colors, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's pretty too.
Yeah, it is that.
Exactly. What you don't know about the chromatic sphere? Are you in the magic classes? Actually?
No.
I am slipping a note to Buff. It's like, are you seriously following this discussion?
I'm taking illusions.
Yes.
Could be an
but-
illusion trap.
Look, I'm just saying, if we want a versatile trap, we could use a chromatic sphere, because that can cause poison and and all sorts of other stuff.
Cool. At
Of
this
course.
point in time, Miss Kashiga comes by and, hey, just checking in. I understand that you've already got a team leader. Congratulations,
Yes,
Roger.
yes. Thank
How
you.
are things coming along? What are you guys thinking about? What do you think will be the trap?
Well, at the moment we're thinking about a magical trap with a chromatic sphere.
But
We're
Rodney
still
thinks it should be dragonfire.
Wait, what? No, I didn't.
No. Oh, sorry. Puff.
Oh, Dragonfire is interesting as well. I'm looking forward to whichever one you guys choose. We've got about 5 more minutes so that we can have presentation starts.
Oh, already 5 more minutes? But we don't have a picture yet. Oh no. Rodney, what do we do?
Look, I think we can probably all agree that a chromatic orb would be the better choice here. We just need to settle on the triggering mechanism.
Um,
Like what?
Yeah, dude.
well-
What?
Well, it might be best if it's not a tripwire or something like that, because obviously not everyone walks around. Just saying.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. So then what?
Award.
Yeah. No. That's a good suggestion, Puff.
Past a certain point, bam!
Yeah.
Chromatic shit all over the place.
Adira, why are you eating? Adira, why are you eating your notes?
I'm hungry, all right?
Do you want my lunch?
Yes. She's just
I-
concentrating on the
My
lunch.
apple.
Why are you eating? Is that a nervous thing? Because I thought Ghost didn't eat.
All right,
Shut
go
up,
to
smack.
Are you? Ow! How did you even hit me?
Move! Hey, dude. You're the boss of the Lair thing. You're not the boss of Adira. Knock it off. Focus. You got one eye. Should be easy to focus.
Hey! I have 4 eyes, I'll have you know. Just because one eye is bigger than the others does not mean that the others don't count.
Stalks don't. Well,
And
whatever.
the other little eye stalks focus on you and go like,
So,
give you the stink eye.
chromatic sphere triggered by award.
Okay,
Yes.
sounds good. I will make a big quick picture.
All right, cool.
That's a
So here's what I think we'll do here. I'm going to say, it sounds like this is, while this is a hygiene class, do you guys think this is a vocational-oriented thing? Because it's part of the job of a minion or a monster to set up traps for their lair? Does that feel right to you guys?
I guess
It's,
that makes sense.
it's magical though, so it could be an occult thing. You're setting up a spell.
I would be happy with a cult.
I know, but I'm just making sure it feels fair. Is it?
Both
Yeah.
seem fine.
We're gonna have July the horrible no dice set magic.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have our troll, so.
Okay, so then I think it's a two-step thing. Not only do you have to have the right idea and how it would work, I think we need to have some good art to depict it during the presentation.
For which we have 5 minutes.
Yep, and you have 5 minutes of Gracie. I'm not even going to put a levy because you're not super great at art anyway.
No! Should be more realistic about my ambitions.
Yeah, I want to be a thing that I'm not super great at. Awesome. So, give me an occult roll from Rodney, and then Gracie, if you can give me a vocational roll to draw aforementioned lair. And here's what. Oh,
I'm not in the student newspaper. Whoa!
cool. Okay.
So,
We got 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice.
yeah, I would like to point out that I'm in the Future Wizards of the World as well. So
That's true. I think
There's
that
that.
extracurricular will absolutely give you an edge here, so that is perfectly cool.
Can you use edges as much as you like, or is there a maximum?
There is no maximum. The only time that you can only use kind of one of them is the niche. The niche is supposed to be a catch-all, so if there are no other edges that feel like they apply, but you think your niche can be slotted in, you can do that. So, Gracie, I'm looking, and I think, were you going to ask about the pencil case again?
Yes, and I was also hoping my snakes could help me, which would give me a 4 and a 3.
Your snakes? Or where are the snakes? What are they listed as? Use some
And
talents?
edge.
Head snakes. A 4 and a 3, man, that's awesome. So you're gonna pull it off. That's
Yes.
hilarious. Why do people even like your art? It's
It really sucks.
like a bunch of
Snakes
snakes. I mean,
help.
really. Okay. Sweet. So we've got a 4 and a 5 for the overall prismatic trap. That gives you a good result. And then a 4 and a 3 is it's a good result for the art, a great result for the lair. Awesome. It turns out that you just barely, your prismatic beats out the pit trap from Janias and his team. He went for something that's kind of simple, easy to do. He gets a little upset that you guys were going with magic that not everybody can cast. How is it that you defend that you're using pretty esoteric? I mean, this is a spell that not most minions couldn't possibly use, Rodney. So how do you defend yourself? That doesn't make any sense, man. A troll can't even do that.
Well, we're not. Look, this is not a democratic thing where we're trying to get the best trap for every lair. We're just trying to get the best trap, period. And really, a pit trap does not work for certain. Like, let's say an adventurer has a levitation spell. It can happen. People float. It happens, okay? Right. So, and then a pit trap totally wouldn't work. So the pit trap would not be very good. So you need to trigger it with wards, and you know you want something that can affect anything. If you get like, I mean, you're not just gonna get the easy targets. You're not just gonna get the fighters. You're also going to get the rogues. You're also going to get the clerics. You might even get a paladin in your lair. What are you going to do then? You want a prismatic sphere.
Excellent answer, and that is why I have decided that your team is it receives the best grade. Congratulations to your team.
Well, obviously.
Yay!
High five, Rod.
High five! Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that even in victory, he has a poor hygiene score. That Rodney. Your team leader, but we don't like him much. Cool. So Lair Economics, that was the first half was doing the project. Second half was presenting your findings in the best trap, and you guys got the passing grade. You got the highest marks. Janias the troll and his team, they do pass. They're second, but they're not first. Cool. Okay. Any other classes that are interesting, or we have people doubled up? We've got Lair Econ is definitely an overlap. I don't see any other legends and lore possibly with Adira and Gracie. I've already had a scene between the two of you guys. I do like scenes between the two of you too, though. It's very funny. Intro to Wandering with Rodney and Grace. Ooh, that sounds fun. What do you guys think?
Yes, I would like to see Intro to Wandering.
Intro to Wandering. So, Intro to Wandering is taught by Coach Brunk, which is awesome because he is the Slamball coach. He's a half ogre. Your edge that you get from Intro to Wandering is trying to find a random person. Basically, you all group up together and walk around the grounds of the campus for an hour.
Yay! Randomly.
Just randomly walk around the campus for an hour. Sweet. So the Dira and Puff, you two are, let's say that this is later on, so we'll call this an afternoon course. I think that Puff, you're let out early. This is game day. This is Slamball game day. So I think you're allowed out early if you want to go to practice, or you can continue to go to classes. What do you choose?
I'm going to practice.
Nice. And Dear, do you cut class?
Yes, I am going to go see him when he's practicing, but I'm going to stay in. At least I'm going to try to stay hidden so he won't see me do that.
Ooh, that's awesome. So that'll be our parallel scene. That's great. Cool. So we pick up with Coach Grunk. Grunk is he talks like this. It's a little bit like I'm totally biting off of Joe Zantek's amazing impression of Jesse the Bonaventura. There's no way I'm going to do it justice. That's why I'm just giving him props and then moving on with my own thing. So we start here at the classrooms, and we're going to go do a circle, circuitous route where we stop near the stadium where my boys are practicing with the assistant coach. You guys will just wander among yourselves as I continue with the class, but really I don't care what you guys do because it's game day. I don't know why I'm teaching this class today because all the students got out, but I still gotta take you.
And this is a very important class, though. I mean, this is prepare. Like, we can't just wait for adventurers to walk into us. We also have to be prepared to walk into them.
To be proactive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great. So, Rodney, no, Gracie, you're a medusa. You're a lot more threatening.
But
You're in
hey,
charge of the class. I'm gonna just stick around here at the stadium. Just take them around. Remember, the Adventurers Guild is our opposing team, so some of the students are here. Yeah, I'm just saying you may not want to go mess with them.
There's adventurers here already?
Well, yeah, they arrive early. They're like punctual or some stuff like that. Whatever.
Okay.
All right, so just don't get in any trouble, and make sure you just keep moving. All right. Yeah. He taps you on the shoulder like, good luck, Gracie.
Sure, yes, sir.
Cool. So there's like Intro to Wandering has a large class. Say there's about a dozen. So it's Rodney and you and 10 other young wandering monsters. The majority of them are of the goblinoid variety. So we got a few goblins and kobolds and there's a half orc as well. So take a look at the map and start thinking about where you're going to be taking the class. I
don't even know the map very well yet.
Exactly. It's perfect. It's perfect. Coach Crunk is so smart. So yeah, he drops you off around, if you take a look at the map on section 13, where you have the stadium and then the big large track. He just hustles down to the Slamball field, and he's going to pull out his whistle, and he's already wearing his coach's shorts.
I have to note that the Slamball field looks a lot like a soccer field.
Slamball has some similarities to soccer.
Apparently, yes.
Except the Slamball itself is semi-sentient.
Ah.
Yeah. There's a picture of a Slamball right here. It's a Minotaur star. He's like one of the star running backs. But there's your Slamball.
It's like Blood Bowl with the squigs.
Yeah. That's true. It is definitely like that. Sweet. Awesome. All right, so let's pick up with a quick practice. I think the challenge is not necessarily how well does this practice go. It's really about, does Adira get noticed, right? As we look at the map, it's relatively wide open. Yeah, but it's a stadium, right? So it can be wide open. Okay, so I'm going to say those rings are a track, but there's got to be a set of stands, right? It's kind of the classic high school, kind of like you remember in the movie Grease, the movie version of the play Grease. You got those kind of metal louver stands, except it's a little bit cruder. It's not aluminum. It's beaten brass and iron. So is that probably like hiding around the bleachers area? Is that where Adira would go to secretly watch the Slamball?
Probably, yeah. Try to stay in the shadows with all the black clothing, carefully hiding that stupid yellow scarf.
Oh, that scarf's gonna be the death of you, I swear. Oh wait, too late. I know, that's bad. Awesome. I think that we're gonna have a contested roll. And so the roll is, I'm going to give a levy to our Slamball star. It's going to be a levy of a 3 because he's distracted with having to actually practice. And so you're going to need to notice, and Adira is hiding beneath the bleachers. Are you all by yourself, Adira, by the way? I don't imagine you do that with other people.
Yes, I'm totally alone.
Sweet. So I think sneaking is is under vocational, so this sounds like a vocational role to me for Adiras. And noticing this for Puff. Is it vocational as well? I don't see any of the other grades that seem to apply.
Yeah, I can't.
Alright, boy, you're host. I don't think you're noticing this, man. Alright. Unless you can think of something else that would make sense.
No.
Alright.
I mean, there's nothing that says noticing or any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, vocational's kind of that catch-all for anything that wasn't covered by the others. So cool. So we will we'll pick up. Who knows? Maybe she'll tank it.
So I've got 3 dice in there, so I will roll 3 dice, right?
Yes.
And what do I want to have? Oh, I have invisible on my edge.
Yeah, that should definitely be something that would apply here. If you want to be invisible on your edges. Is your gifts and talents invisible, edge 4? Okay. You don't even need it because you roll a 5 and a 6, which is amazing. Okay, so let's pick up with the practice. As Adira is watching, unseen by Puff. Puff, are you like quarterback or you're like a star quarterback? Isn't that what you said before?
No, quarterback. No.
I don't care.
Running.
You tell me what.
Like the other one, other than that Minotaur guy.
Or the Minotaur, maybe he graduated, or
Okay.
he's hurt. I don't care. What do you? He's trying to take your position because you've been slacking off this year. So he's
That's
the
right.
second stringer.
Okay.
All right, so there we go. He's the second stringer. He's actually one of the player characters that's listed in the book. What was his name?
But we are using a backup quarterback today.
Oh, that's right.
Because I
Carvathus.
hurt the quarterback.
The big
Allegedly.
clueless jock with a heart of gold. Sweet. All right, so you are the lead running back in Slamball. Slamball works a little bit like American football, a little bit like soccer. You have the Slamball itself is semi-sentient, so a lot of your practice is chasing after it. So I see kind of some aspects of Quidditch in that, it's got that living thing. So sometimes you have to chase after the Slamball, and that's how things will pick up. I think you're not the only large body. There's probably a couple of ogres on the team. Got some minotaurs. All in all, it's a pretty huge group. I think there's a couple of, like the Quickling, which we mentioned before in Lair Economics. Maybe he's one of the little speedsters on the group.
Mm-hmm.
And so you guys are practicing up. You're in your cool, mostly yellow uniforms. Bits of red highlights there, and it kind of looks like armor, but it's all padded armor, right? Carvathus. Yes, thank you, Jan. So as you're walking, what's the one thing that Adira sees as the most impressive thing that Puff does during the practice?
He single-handedly just kind of goes past everybody. Just, everybody kind of flying left and right. That looks amazing. At that point, she's actually dropping accidentally, like one rose petal, black rose, and he might see it.
Cool. Well, I think we if she drops it and maybe he does. So you're headed towards the goal line, Puff, and you think you see a bit of movement near the stands, and I imagine, yeah, they probably catch you see just a hint of yellow in the shadows. It looks like a single black just moving out of the shadows and floating down. Looks like maybe it's a rose petal. I don't know, but you're headed towards the goal line. So you're gonna finish out the play, I would assume, right?
No, as soon as I see what you're describing, I completely dead stop, and look over toward where I think I see the flash of yellow in the rose petal, and just kind of stand there with my jaw going. Big
dragon jaw.
And And then all the guys that are chasing me just go, and I get completely dogpiled 5 yards from the goal line.
Oh man,
But the whole time I'm still, even as I'm going down and being gang tackled, I'm like, whoa, looking over there.
Coach Front comes running up in his little like coach's shorts, which are all that bright yellow color and that weird fabric. He's like, blowing his whistle. What? Puff! What is your major malfunction? You had a score right there. You were right there. You could have fallen across the goal line. What are you doing? You got to get your head in the game.
When that happened, he can definitely hear laughter, like very faint one. He knows exactly who it was, and then I'm running.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Awesome. So as you're running, you run straight into the Intro to Wandering class. So where have you tried to lead the group at this point, Gracie? You know, everybody wants to go to the training dungeon, of course, because it's the practice dungeon.
I tried to set up a schedule, but no one was paying attention to me while I was talking. So then people just started wandering randomly, which is sort of what the class is about. So I thought that was good.
Good job. It's not a failure. It just defaulted to what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
I can't help it. I'm more of a minion type.
Oh man, that's so cool. I totally need to follow up with you on that. Yeah, so there's a Sverfneblin. Do you guys know what that character class is?
No.
They're the species. Yeah,
Oh wait,
they're like
they're the deep gnomes.
Yeah, the deep gnomes. Yeah, there's a Sverfneblin. Good job.
15 years ago since I played that game, but hey, I still know that shit.
Wow.
You really are the teacher's pet.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a Sverfneblin that comes up to you, Gracie. His name is Shingo.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Hey, Gracie.
Hey.
You ever thought about joining 4-H?
What's 4-H?
Oh, it's another one of our activities here at school. Maybe you didn't find out about it 'cause it's not super popular, but I think I see a lot of like hinching in you. Like, you feel like a minion, right?"
I was thinking, I did the test at the career counselor, and he said that I would have a lot of minion options open for me.
Yeah. See, 4-H is henchmen, hirelings, handymen, and housekeepers. It's really great for anybody who wants to hench or minion up. I could totally support you to be in there. If you don't want to be in the spotlight, I can help you out with that.
Is it hard to get in?
Well, not if I back you up, because I've got a very small, there's no real like leader. We're mostly a collective, but they listen to me because I've been here for like 6 years. So.
Are you like the head henchman?
Well, there's no such thing as a head henchman, because then you're like the leader, which means you're not a henchman anymore.
No, that's true. That's hard.
It's kind of weird. Like, the more popular you get, the bigger chance you get of getting out of 4-H.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's politics. But if you're interested, I know you got a lot of other stuff going on, because I've been watching you. Not that I've been watching you.
No, because that would be creepy.
That would be totally creepy.
Yeah.
But I know you're on the school newspaper and the yearbook.
Yeah. I can do another club, I think. It's good to have friends everywhere. Yeah.
Are there a lot of friendly people on those? I thought those people were mostly mean.
Oh, no, they're totally awesome.
Oh. Huh. They all seem pretty popular.
Yeah, I guess. So where did you meet?
Oh, well, we mostly meet at Ludurg's. He's the secretary or the headmaster, and so he's able to get us a really nice place within the library.
Oh wow. That's
Yeah,
good.
you have to be careful though, because P&P they play there too, and they're a little crazy.
I can see that. So are there any prerequisites?
Well, like I said, just, you need to have somebody else support you. I would
Okay.
do that.
Cool. Well, that sounds cool. I can show up next time at the next meeting, and then you can support me.
Cool. Okay, so at this point, like, the class is completely all separated about. Adira, you're running away from Puff siding you. You run
Adventurer!
you run smack dab into to Rodney. Rodney, what have you been doing during Intro to Wandering? Because it looks like Gracie's caught up with talking with the Swerfneblin there.
I am taking this very seriously, and I have all my eyes open in all directions. So I actually probably see I see Adira coming like a mile away, unless she's still invisible.
No, she's got that scarf. She's like, you see a floating scarf. You know that it's her.
Stupid scarf.
Love that scarf. It's the best. Cool. Oh, did Rodney say something? I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm basically just going to say, excuse me, but you realize that you're walking into the random encounter area right now. Are you a random encounter? Because if you are, then I'm forced to petrify you or even use my death ray. I'm just saying.
Oh, I am not a random encounter.
Well, then you are in the wrong area, miss.
Maybe you are not wandering as well as you should be.
No, I'm very certain that I am in the right area here, and that you are not in the area that you're supposed to be. I think it's you.
Will
You
go.
are a thief here.
Yes, I will go. I will go to my happy place, which is the cemetery. See you.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying. But look, we can't.
Just let me go.
I can't just ignore an encounter.
I want to kick you.
How? I'm floating up in the air.
I know.
Hi, kick.
Okay. I will go now. I am not an encounter, so I'm not part of your class.
Well,
okay?
I'm just saying you shouldn't have been here. So you know.
Well,
Be careful where you're going, cause we're actually doing a very important class here.
Right. It looks like it's very important. I will go now. I'm gonna worry looking if Puff is anywhere near. I will really need to go now.
A few of my eye stalks follow your gaze and go like, what's going on over there?
Okay, so
but
Rodney.
my main eye is still focused on you, going like.
Were you going to try to petrify her or anything, Rodney, or was it mostly just?
Oh no!
Bluster?
I guess I should.
I think you should. She totally looks like a random encounter.
You totally should.
You can't just ignore an encounter.
Oh, this is awesome.
Cool. Okay. Well,
I think it's more appropriate to just use Death Ray because he's already dead anyway.
Yeah, use the Death Ray except it's redundant. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so I think we'll do it as an attack. Hold on a second. We're all excited about putting a revised map in the map thing.
I have no clue what attack goes on. I hope it's not fitness.
Oh, that would be sucky. No, I think that it's totally... It's magical. You're making a magical attack.
I suppose, yeah.
So we'll make it an occult roll.
Boom! That's terrible. Luckily, I have an edge in Death Ray.
Yes, you do. Wow, so you got a 4, and then your edge is a 5, and then we need you to resist this, Adira, and I think that will also be your occult. Because if I said your fitness, you'd be in serious trouble.
Oh no.
Plus, you have
Well,
defense against.
It's not like you're going to die.
That's true.
That's
It's not
true.
you. You're literally using the death ray against the ghost. That is hilarious.
Yes, of course. It's just,
So,
That's
which one do I roll?
Okay, so you're gonna roll your occult, which is also 4 dice,
Okay.
and I'm taking a glance to see if there are any edges that seem to fit.
Immaterial.
Against the death.
I think the best. There's actually a thing you can use here, which is normally a special need, which is metabolically challenged.
Oh, nice. Normally that's a levy of 4. The inverse of a levy of 4 is you just flip the die. So what is it? I don't think it's actually very high, is it?
Yeah, I'm still confused about that. But you know,
So
it makes
Thanks for bringing
sense
it up.
that because you're metabolically challenged, you would be able to use your being dead as a counter to death rays.
Yeah.
That
Chances
makes
are
sense.
she's going to roll higher than the benefit, which is a 3. But
So,
That's
4
not-
dice.
you're going to roll
Yes.
4 dice, yes.
Oh, bugger.
Oh, bugger.
So
Okay,
I
so
will just
we
turn
have...
around and like, really? See that going right through me? Like, are you serious?
Yes, that's what happens. The death ray passes directly through her.
Yes, I am very serious. Because, like I said, this is a very serious class, and you can't just joke around with it. You have to pay attention to where you're going, especially around the Wandering Monster class. No, wait, that was not what the name of this class. The name of this class was
Intro.
Random Encounter, something like that.
Intro to Wandering.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm already dead. Death ray, dead.
Well,
Dead.
You're
I'm
obviously not-
going. I will just wave, you know, not even looking back anymore.
Well, I can't really give you I can't give you the finger, so I'll just give you the raspberry.
God, that's the best. That's the best moment. Sweet. Okay, so Adira runs off to the cemetery, and Rodney, your attempt to randomly encounter her was a bit of a failure.
Yes.
And Gracie may have a Sverfneblin who is sponsoring her, quote unquote, for 4-H, which could lead to having to make a choice between other extracurricular activities. There's only so much time in each day.
I will do it all.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
A lot of us have 3 different ones, so.
Awesome. So we're kind of coming up to the tail end. I would like to skip ahead to the big Slamball game against the Adventurers Guild. Does that sound okay to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I assume that Gracie's there, because Rita Rose is definitely going to ask if you can draw some pictures of the game for the front.
Hey.
And then Adira, is she going publicly or is she just going?
Casually just going.
Just going. Okay, all by herself. She doesn't have any friends.
Not really.
Man, what a punk loner. So sad. What about Rodney? Does he actually go to the Slamball game?
Well, I would say no, but really, do I want to miss out on this scene? No. So, yes, Rodney is going to the Slamball game.
Oh, what about this? What about oh shoot, Rich is forgetful right this second, so I'm going to look up something. Yibner is going to be running the next game after Grig finishes up the TPS reports 2, and he has asked the group just for like role-playing mastery because he knows that there will be a scene during a Slamball game, and so he's asked if everybody will go as a group together. So you're not really there for fun. You're just there for research for the game.
We're doing research. That's very important to have,
And Umwam is pretty excited about going to the game because she's never actually been to a Slamball game.
Because that thing that humans do, it's actually very similar to Slamball, except it's even dumber.
Yeah, Umwam says, I don't even get it because their ball is dead.
Yeah, I don't know why would you
How's
say
that even fun? That completely loses the challenge rating.
Yeah, well, there's already the challenge rating of the ball. You have to pick it up, so that's stupid. I think this sport is dumb.
So Yvnir's like, all right, guys, let's go. So do you meet up with them beforehand? Or do you just show up at the game?
I will meet up with my PMP buddies, and we will join the game together.
Awesome. So Urgek doesn't show up early, but everybody else does. They're all pretty excited. Although Grig's a little like, you know, guys, if we're sitting here planning for the next game, are you still going to give it your all during mine? I mean, we still got another third of the module to go. There's the big performance reviews.
Oh yeah, no, I'm ready for the performance preview.
Okay.
I got that covered. I'm looking forward to it with all eyes even.
Yeah, I mean, Urgek's not there to say he's not looking forward to it. So cool. So you guys go as a little clique. Gracie, are you going by yourself, or do you have?
Well, yeah, because I don't have any friends yet, but I'll say hi to everyone I know who's there, because that's what friends will do. So.
Oh, so cool. So when Shingo shows up at the game, do you sit with him?
Who? That's the goblin.
The Shingo. Yeah, Shingo.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, nice.
But then I also go sit with Adira and say hi to Rodney, and then I can get different pictures from different parts of the stadium.
Cool. I love the idea of Shingo's now following you around. So you're like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to. Oh, that sounds great. I'll go too with you to say hello to those. They're all my friends too. Okay.
Oh, you can be my minion, you know. Cause I'm a minion too.
You would let me hinge under you?
No, that's not how it works.
Oh.
You have to find your own overlord. I can't be your overlord. I'm not even in that class.
Not yet. Like, I would hinge with you if you were interested.
I don't think that's how it works. I think you should just go now, and I'll see you at the club.
Oh, harsh. Do you want him to be completely demoralized, or are you trying to make this seem nice?
I'm trying to be nice.
Awesome. Give me a hygiene roll to see how you pull off the...
I don't want to hinge with him. Hygiene. No, that's not so bad.
Oh, by the way, under the map tab, I found a picture for Shingo. So, if you want to take a look at that.
Okay, I'll do that.
You're welcome to. To know what you're turning down. You totally should. You turn down. Cool. All right, so let's give you a turn down roll. We'll see how this goes.
I can't really make my edges. I can't make that better with edges unless I petrify him, which seems kind of mean. Petrify him, run away!
That's perfect. That works every time. There's no downside. Sweet. So you've got a 6, a 4, and a 3.
Yeah.
So 6 and 4, you'll count that. 4 is your degree of success. How's that?
All right, that's good. That is it's great.
Cool.
So,
with a great success, he nods. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I can't hinge with you. I was joking.
You're such a kidder.
Yup, that's me.
Great
Shingo,
sense.
the
Great
funny.
sense of humor is very important in henchmen, right?
Yes, you're a shoo-in. I can't wait to spawn. You're still coming, right?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, have fun with your friends,
Okay,
and I'll see
bye.
you. Yeah. Meanders off to the snack area. Purchase some kind of snack. Cool. Okay, so you're going to sit with Adira
Yes.
during the game.
Hi. I saw that
Hey.
you were sitting by yourself, so I thought I would come sit with you. I mean,
Yes, because alone is not good, obviously.
no, it's good to watch the game together and with your friends. Like, we could be
Okay.
friends and then watch the game together.
Sure.
This sounded better in my head.
Okay, let's just.
I'm not trying to be your henchman.
My what?
No, nothing. It doesn't matter. Do you want my lunch? No, you don't eat. Look, Puff is doing really well.
She is?
Yeah. Okay, how about I just sit here and draw and I won't say anything anymore?
I like you now.
Okay. High five?
Okay.
Yay, we're totally friends.
Pass right through.
I'll be quiet now.
Oh.
Sweet. Okay. So we're gonna we'll fast forward. There's like a musical montage. There's some '80s song that's
Is it
playing in the
Benny-
background.
Is it
What?
the Benny Hill song that's playing? As
No. Okay, baby. Like, no. It needs to be like Depeche Mode or something from the
Oh,
'80s.
God.
It's a high school, so we have to think like John Hughes film.
That's true.
Yeah, we got the big Slamball game, and then it flashes over to the scoreboard, which of course is not electronic. It's got, let's see, which student would actually be placing the actual scores up on nails, like
minions.
Some kind of
Yeah.
kobold.
yeah, it's like a couple kobolds, and they're like slapping all the scores, and it's going up by.
Yipnir's up there.
That's awesome. He just wanted you guys to see him. So that's the whole reason he said he's running this module, so that the PnP Guild will see his awesome work on the scoreboard. So we got the Adventurers Guild, which they're all in like shiny, really awesome looking armor, and it's like a group of all like dwarves and beautiful elves and big beefy humans, all teenagers, but they're all juiced up on magical augments and magic items and stuff. So it's a hard-fought game, and the score's kind of going up, and then you get to halftime, and Coach Brung delivers this like horrible like spittle spewing speech to try to get the team up and excited. How does Puff react to when he's just lambasting on you guys that your spirit's not in this, your heart's not in it, you're gonna lose to this bunch of mortals?
I am outwardly chill.
Nice. Well, Carvathius, he's gunning for your position, so he's talking up. He's like, yeah, coach is right. We need to get out there and stop them. And then a few of the guys rally up, but Brunk hasn't put him in yet. And so he gets to the point now where the time's starting to come down in the hourglass. He's got the huge hourglass they flip over on this huge kind of brass canister like type deal that holds it, and the hour it's getting skinnier and skinnier in the top, and the time's starting to run out. And of course, Wandering Monster High School is down by one score as the seconds are starting to string out. And so we'll pan over to the camera looking down at the I guess the team like huddles up, right? And so Carvathius is in as the backup halfback, and you're in as well, Puff. And you've got a little dark elf. His name is, I'm just going to use the dark elf from the book. I can't remember his name. Sprinkle? Drizzle, because that name cracks me up a lot. So Drizzle who's like the third stringer quarterback because the first two strings have been mashed during the game. Oh, and then there's, of course, the guy whose arms are still broken. Little sketch, he didn't make the game. So this is the fourth stringer now, the Dark Elf Drizzle. And so he looks up and he's like, Puff, Coach is calling me to give it to Carvathius.
So give it to him.
He's like, yeah. What? I'm sorry, I spoke over you. What did
I said, so give it to him if that's what the coach says. Of course,
Okay.
We'll lose the game.
Smoke
I don't know if that
you,
matters to you.
Puff. Smoke you, man. I'll take it to the hole.
Okay, let's see that happen. I'll be the first one there cheering you on if it does.
That's awesome. Sweet. Okay, cool. All right, so the breakout. Everybody lines up on formation. All of the crowd, Adira and Grace, as well as Rodney, the crowd starts stomping their feet. Sorry, Rodney. They all start stomping their feet on the stands, and of course, the brassy stand. Everything starts reverberating, and all the ground. You can feel it under your feet, Puff. And there's a small patch of humans who actually come all the way out here. A patch of humans and elves and dwarves, like parents. The elves are all like reserved, but the dwarves are screaming, and like they've got a bunch of beer, like a huge keg. And they're getting rowdy about this game and screaming a bunch of epithets at the Wandering Monster High School. We're going to level up on you guys! So the play begins, and poor little Drizzle, he like tosses the Slamball, and he throws it to Carvathius, who gets just nailed by a pair of paladins in training. And then the Slamball, the little squig, it drops down on the ground and right in front of you, Puff. What do?
Okay, I pick up the Slamball in one hand. I pick up Carvathius in the other hand. And I head toward the goal.
Sweet. Was that your role?
Yes.
Your fitness? Yeah, you're
That's my
planning ahead. All right,
Slamball
awesome.
roll. Plus, I've got like an edge 4 and an edge 4. I don't even know how that crap works, but
Cool. So specifically within this, the way that they work it, hold on. The way the Slamball works in this game is if there are multiple players that are part of the team, they roll and you kind of average out their results, and then the GM rolls and averages out the results. I'm just going to do one roll. I'm going to say this team's pretty great at this, so I'm going to give them a B rating as well. So for the first time, I'm going to roll dice. I don't even know what this is like. I'm the GM. I don't roll dice. So let's see what our results are. 3, and I'm going to give them like an edge 3, just because I don't want them to suck. All right, cool. So 5 and a 3. Yes, I'm glad I called out my edge ahead of time. Otherwise, I would have been cheating. Yay me! All right, so we compare the results. You have got, Nick, with your edges, what's your 2 dice?
I've got an edge 5 that applies here with the athletic natural athlete, and then I've got 2 edge 4s that have to do with Slamball.
Okay, cool. But you rolled a 5 and a 5, so really you've got a 5 and a 5 is your results.
Right.
And I got a 5 and then the 3 from the edge. So my result's good, but your result is awesome. So how does this finish? I'm going to give you narration because I think you've got an idea of mine. So I definitely.
All right. So I start just booking down the field with the ball under one arm and my fellow running back dragging behind me in the other. And when I get to about within 5 yards of the goal, I slam the ball into his gut and then shove him with the ball in his gut into the goal. And he goes rolling and crashing in there. And I go, yeah! And
nice. The crowd goes crazy. Poor Gibner, he can't get the score on the board fast enough. The last few grains of sand go down, and there's a huge bellow from your librarian, the Banshee. She's the sounding horn. And she screams out the end of the game, and then all of a sudden Carvathius is picked up because he's the one who scored, and the team picks him up onto their shoulders. The ogres have got him up, and Bronk comes out, and it was his plan. It was totally his plan, so he's excited too.
Yeah.
Totally his plan. And so up in the stands, Adira and Grace, you just saw this craziness of Puff forcing Carvathius to score. What do you do?
Wow, that was cool. Wasn't that really cool?
Before she goes like that, accidentally I just get up and like, yay! Wait. No.
Nice.
That was so awesome. Did you see how awesome that was?
Yes, I did. Okay, let's just look at the game. What? Don't look at me.
It's sort of over now, I think. Isn't Puff just the greatest? Imagine that you get to go to prom with Puff. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yes, imagine that.
Meanwhile, there's a quick pan over to Shingo. He's like, I don't want to go to prom with Puff. Because he's totally not listening in. We skip back up to the kind of the highest point of the stands where we've got a hovering Rodney and the rest of the P&P Guild, and Umwar is like, I can't believe that! That was amazing! And she kind of like shoulder gently bumps against your midsection there, Rodney. Wasn't that amazing? Why did he even do that? But that Puff's crazy.
That was something. Yeah, I totally saw it happening with all of my eyes, and still have a hard time believing it's how he did that thing with the sports. I mean, yeah.
Do you know what he did? Because it seemed a little odd.
Yeah, no, he totally should have. I think he should have. He should have scored, right?
It looked like he was going to score, but then he made Carvathius do it at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was awesome and amazing. Yeah.
She grabs like a fistful of popcorn. You want some more corn? Tosses it your way.
Thanks.
Awesome. So, yeah, the Slamball games, people come down from the stands. They're all excited about being the Adventurers Guild. Adira and Gracie, do you go down with them? I mean, you could get interviewed.
I'm going to offer a ride to Umam.
Oh, wow.
Like, hey, hop on! I'm going to float down to the field.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Will it hurt if I touch your stalks like this? She starts trying to climb up on me.
The response is basically like, okay, No, that doesn't hurt. That doesn't hurt. That's no, that's fine.
Like she's sitting on a beach ball and is floating down. And she kind of grips into your eye stalks a little too hard because she's nervous. Yeah. Cool. That's awesome. So you guys all come down, and we'll kind of have that panning shot as the group's all down on the group. In aftermath for the game, anybody talk to anybody else here? Like Adira, do you still keep distant from Puff?
No, I will go down there because everybody else is going. And
Yeah,
I'm
of course.
totally wearing a bracelet he gave me.
Oh.
So yeah, Puff, the whole team's kind of ignored you.
Which is fine by me because I'm actually drifting in the direction of hoping that Adira's down here somewhere.
And sure enough, you catch
There
that
she
kind
is.
of floating yellow scarf, and then you see her fade in as you get closer.
Yeah. Is Gracie, are you with her?
Yes.
Oh, good.
And there's like this little like deep gnome who's kind of near Gracie, but not exactly.
So, hey, you two.
Hey, Puff,
Hey.
you did really good.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was awesome.
You're very
Was it?
creative.
It was awesome. Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't. It wasn't because I was kind of didn't really care. But if you're okay with it, then that's you know
Yeah, I do.
you do.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, I need to write an article about this. So,
yeah. Well, okay, because Carva he scored that winning winning goal. Yeah. So he's kind of the hero of the game. You should
Oh,
totally talk to him. Do you need me to like clear a path for you?
yeah,
And
that would be good.
is he the hero of the game? Then I have to redo all the pictures.
why do you
But
why?
you did a lot. Like you helped him. I don't think he would have been able to do it without you.
Well, it's a team thing. I just was supposed to. I mean, you're okay with that, right? I mean, I didn't. Did I screw up? I'm sorry.
No, 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 you didn't.
I mean, I was kind of grumpy the whole time I did it. If that's better.
That was kind of awesome.
I
I'm
didn't.
flipping my
I
hair
didn't.
so you can see the bracelet.
Oh, hey. Okay. So, yeah, good game, right? Cool.
Yes.
Thanks. You both are awesome. You guys. And hey, little dude, dark dude, come here.
Well, oh yeah, hey, I was just hanging out here.
That's cool.
You did great, Puff.
Well, thanks, man. You were awesome as a spectator.
I'm like an athletic supporter, totally.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good thing to be. We need that support. And I just yeah. So thanks for coming out to the game. All right, so I'm gonna go to the locker room now, and so it's good to see you, Gracie,
Really?
little dwarfy dude. And hey, Adira,
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
Shingo. It's Shingo. My name's Shingo.
okay, good, Shingo. Adira, okay, I'll see you around.
Yeah. See you.
Bye.
Like, okay, then I'll just walk off toward wherever our locker rooms are.
Your special needs locker room. Gigantic.
Adira.
Yes.
Is Puff your minion?
My what? No. Let's just go do the interview. I start walking a few steps and I turn to look back.
He's still leaving. Puff's gone. He's walking out.
High school is so confusing.
Sweet. Let's end it there. I love that quote at the end of the first session. But cool. So that's the end of our first session of Wandering Monster High School. Thoughts? Like, let's a couple minutes of wrap up here. Do you guys have maybe a little bit of bandwidth to do some roses and thorns real quick?
Sure.
Cool. Awesome. So let's list roses and thorns, where we talk about like what's one moment that you really enjoyed in the game. It would be a rose, and your thorn is something that maybe wasn't as good, or something that maybe there was a weird rules confusion that you'd like clarified that we could talk about next time around. Just an area to work for. It could even be something where, hey, I'd like to see more of this, or I didn't get to see this thing that I really wanted. That could be a thorn as well. And I've got really thick skin, and I love thorns, so please give them to me.
Thorn me.
Thorn me! Alright, so anyone want to pop up with their first rose? Or let's start with thorns, so we'll get them out of the way, because not everybody loves giving thorns, so we'll just get them over and done with. So what's the first thorn?
Oh, Jan, you're muted.
Sorry. Yeah. I think I've got one.
Okay.
I'm like still a bit confused about the system, basically. Like, and that's for me a bit of a form. Like, I'm seeing now like there's some rolling going on, but it seems like unless you have a really low score or something, you're very unlikely to not make your roll.
True.
So I'm looking at the system going like, it seems so easy. And I'm not sure if it actually is or if it's just.
I hear you. I also feel like maybe just the comedic style of the game, that there isn't a whole lot of serious challenge. And I think with this group, and stuff that we play Apocalypse World, Monster of the Week, and we play games where really the fun that we have is within that 7 to 9 roll and hard choices.
Failure is fun sometimes.
It is. And this game, it actually is pretty hard. I think it's built towards mostly a lighthearted style.
Yeah, that's fine.
But if I orient more challenges towards your weak spots, I think it can get a little bit more challenging. Like, we rated some tough stuff for Gracie. It's going to take a little bit more of a push from me if that's something you want.
Also, I mean, for Rodney, it's really easy to make stuff harder because, no arms. No legs.
You don't even get a die roll on this one. You float right over it. Cool. Okay. And I'm not trying to sound defensive. I hear you. I was feeling the exact same. Like, man, it's like 4s and 5s all the time. I rolled 3 1s, but I got a 4 and a 5 edge, so I'm awesome.
Yeah, exactly. I was sort of going like, it's not like I want failure, but sometimes failure is nice to see as well because we haven't seen any yet.
Yeah. Well, let's think about it, but one potential house rule is to say you can only use 1 edge at a time. That might make it a little bit more towards chance. Something to think about.
Yeah.
Cool. So, any other thorns? Anything's bubbling up? Yona, what about you? Do you have a thorn for us?
No.
No thorn.
I'm sorry.
Make something up. It makes him so happy.
It does.
Thorn, you need to be early next time. There's your thorn.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No, don't worry about it.
No, I do. I gotta. Well,
Apology accepted. I'll make sure and send out a little pre-day reminder. I've forgotten. It's like your first time.
Well, no, I mean because I get all of the. I get if I had my phone or my computer anywhere near me earlier today, I would have known. But I was outside, like
in the sunlight.
Wait, outside.
Yeah, we were out doing yard work, and see, I'm still all manky and stuff, which is kind of interesting.
Yes.
But anyway, no.
Jules, try not to drool.
Phone with me, and I wasn't getting my remote. Last night when I went to bed, I was like, "Oh yeah, tomorrow's the thing," because I checked Google Plus, and it's like, "Remind tomorrow." And then I get up this morning because I slept. Oh yeah, we've got yard work. It's a great day to do yard work. It's Sunday. Let's go out and do yard work. And then we came in, and Leah's like, "Hey, wait a minute. Aren't you supposed to be role playing right now?"
It's all good. Hey, Mick, real quick. Yona, I know you need to go. Did you have a rose you wanted to share before you drop off?
I had so much fun. I really liked it. Crazy is awesome. She's so awkward and so, she's just awesome. And Rodney is so annoying with all the, I can't ignore this thing. Like, yeah, you can. Yeah, I really liked it.
Are you saying I'm annoying? Really?
A little bit. In the best possible way.
You nailed that voice. That was so great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Yona. I know you gotta drop, so thank you so much for your feedback. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I am so looking forward for the next session. Also,
you guys think
awesome. I really liked the moment when he just stopped there and everybody was just like piling up on him. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh yeah, looking forward to the next one. Okay, Sweet. I'm gonna jump out now.
All right.
Cool.
So,
Bye.
See you in a week.
Bye.
Bye.
Jules and Mick Thorns.
It's always hard for the first session because it's following people around, which is it's nicer to have a big central thing like the game for a session than the following people around, but that's a bit mean for the first session because you have to follow people around. I think the central events will be the most fun, so to speak.
I agree. I will try to have it more focused around
Or to have it as a focus, yeah.
Yeah, the homecoming dance will be our next one, and then final exam will be the last session. So I'll try to make it a little bit more on the central. I get you. Let's see. Mick, do you need a sec to think? I could probably whip up a thorn.
No, I was just if anything, first of all, any other time I've played a role-playing game where I had to go back to playing like I was in high school, it hasn't gone well.
Such bleed.
Monster Hearts is my least favorite of all of the Apocalypse Engine games, even though I love Avery and everything she's ever done. But I don't like playing Monster Hearts because it's just kind of high school. But this was wacky, crazy, awesome. And I was entirely feeling good about it. The only thorn I have would be I was a little worried at a couple of points, like it was a little puff-centric. And then maybe Rodney got a little bit of a shaft today in terms of screen time.
Oh, no, I didn't. I just got mine before you got online.
Well, that's
screen time before you got online.
I didn't get that. I mean, that makes sense too. And then also it makes sense that, like in a PTA kind of a way, this was
because this was the big game,
game. So it made sense for this to be that kind of thing. And then other episodes, it won't be like that. So I'm not worried about that. That's just the only thing I can pull out of my butt. That was like, I was worried on a couple of, am I stealing too much spotlight here? And then the other thing I was concerned about was that I was injecting too much of my actual life experience and maturity into how a high schooler would react to certain situations.
I think that's a problem for everyone.
Take this very seriously.
I thought it was pretty great. I love some of the reactions of like, oh, he's taking this a different direction. I'm thankful for that. I like to be surprised. So.
Well, I was surprising myself in a couple of places. So yeah, cool.
Cool. Easy thorn for me. Man, I had to do the Slamball game without the cheerleader. We knew it ahead of time. We knew it ahead of time, and I pushed forward for the Slamball game anyway. So it's on me.
We actually talked about it with Andrea, and we were like, well, she can't miss out on prom because it's going to be awesome, and you can't really do the exams session as the first session.
You can't do the exams as the second, the first session, yeah, technically.
And I was like, well, what are some big? Because if I'm going to do 3 games, then I really want to hit the big, the highlights. What are the highlights of a high school experience that we could possibly have here? And those are the 3 that really came to mind. It's like a big dance, a big sports event, your exams. There you go.
I'm still curious on how the exams will like.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have ideas for this, but I'm still going like. Huh?
We're pretty much going to be rolling on all your worst stats. That's the plan. You have to use all. You're gonna have to. I'm thinking we would do something where you've got to figure out some levies or figure out some edges or yeah. Well, I've got some.
Be creative. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Awesome. So let's switch over to roses and we'll close this out. I think you kind of covered some roses already, Mick. But did you have anything more you wanted to?
Well, yeah, I have one that I don't want to I don't want to play before playing, but one thing is that I felt like there were some opportunities that got put into play based on character choices, especially by Gracie, that makes something. There's an intriguing potential for a major conflict in my romantical aspirations.
Woo!
Yeah, go crazy!
Because Gracie's like, if you're actually, like, the way I actually envision Puff, his personality, his true and honest-to-God personality, is much sunnier and more positive, and she's drawing that back out of him without even realizing it, whereas I'm intentionally trying to go dark and gloomy to win back my goth girlfriend. Then this other girl comes along, and she's all, hey, and so there's potential there, and I haven't the slightest idea what's going to happen, and I'm not planning it ahead. I mean, we'll see what happens, but the idea that it got dropped into this episode now makes me want that to simmer, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how that goes.
That's awesome. Yay!
Yay.
I mean, I didn't even know if you intended that, Jules.
No.
But it
Who
comes
can't-
across
who can't
to
like
me.
It makes
Sorry.
sense now that you pointed out. It was like, yeah, that makes total sense. But yeah.
Jan or Jules? Roses?
I have a rose that you made a very lovely PMP guild.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I mean, with all the pictures and everything, I know you said you put too much work into it, and that's probably true. But you know, I got to benefit from all that work, so I'm in love with Ypnir and Ummam and Urgek and Gregorius. I love those characters already.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Cool.
And it's just a very cute game that, you know, it makes you feel happy.
Better feel happy because you're not going to have any of the sadness. You keep succeeding.
Oh, there'll be tears. You know us.
Yes. We'll work around the system for tears.
Yeah, that was going to be my rose as well. Like, I think the setting is really evocative, and it's you know, you didn't realize it was genre fiction, but it sort of is, and it's easy to think of the things that come with it, and it's just very cute and it works well.
Cool. You know, my rose is you guys really brought it. I was super nervous coming into this, and I even told before we went on air, I have not prepped enough because this is a game that probably should have some prep. It's got a nice setting, and it takes up a lot of pages, and I've read through, you know, the book, but like really drinking it in, there were entire bits of this game that we didn't get to because I wasn't incredibly comfortable with it, so I needed to rely on you guys to make interesting choices and interesting characters. And, you know, Mick threw in the whole thing of breaking dude's arms, and that was a very amusing and interesting plot point that gave me something to just hang on. So it's amazing when we work together as a group to try to have a good time, so I appreciate that. Cool.
I'm also very interested in seeing more of. Well, Adira has added one of her ambitions. And her ambition is to turn Puff into a ghost and to make him gloomy and to be able to be with him again. So I'm really hoping that she's going to try and kill Puff.
If Rodney ever hears about that, he's going to have a field day with correcting me on that.
Actually,
That's going to be
I
so
want to
awesome.
see some assassination in this game.
Yes, that's where we need to take Wandering Monster High School, is assassination.
Yes, it would be great for
PvP.
student newspaper.
And this game's built for PvP. Sweet. Thanks all of you for playing. We'll go ahead and stop the broadcast here. We'll see you guys next week.